I'm Carissa DeSantis. I'm the Chief Technology Officer with Brix Holdings. We're a restaurant portfolio company. We've got multiple brands underneath us that we own. Friendly's ice cream, big in the Northeast. We've got Orange Leaf frozen yogurt, really big with the kids. Red Mango for more of the active lifestyle, healthy consumer. And then Super Salad and Smoothie Factory, which we're looking to plus kitchen that and kind of conceptualize something there. We want to continue to grow and be able to offer up brands that we can franchise out and continue to expand and grow. I think for the restaurant industry in specific, the COVID pandemic rocketed us into a digital generation that did not exist previously. Restaurants have probably been the slowest to adopt technology across any industry out there. And so really understanding at that point how you had to be digital and you had to have the technology to reach your guests who couldn't come into the locations, for 18 months in some instances, being able to, use those technologies to market to, Generation Y and Z and all the letters of the alphabet. So, our customer base is kind of varying across our multiple brands. And so really understanding them at a level to be able to dictate, kind of what we want to do with technology and how we can improve upon their experience and give them what they want. It's going to require a lot of data, that's for sure. And so looking at all the different things that we can pull, whether it's a customer data platform or information we can get from our guests just being connected to the Wi-Fi, credit card spending, all of that kind of stuff, melding it all together to understand, in our quick service as well as our full service locations, how is technology going to help? Are we going to provide ordering at the table in our full service restaurants so that they don't have to, hunt down a server if they need to? Absolutely. That's one of the things that our guests are telling us is important. In some of our quick service brands, being able to order digitally and not have to get out of their car to pick up the order, whether it's a third party vendor or, our native application, having all of those things connected so that we can better serve the guest. I would say one of the most important things when dealing with franchisees, being a franchise or an organization when it comes to technology spend, I think the average spend on technology is like 2.7% of revenue in the industry, and that's pretty low. Most other industries are at least double that. And so really, when you've got a franchisee that owns one store or maybe two, it's a lot of money, even if it's only a couple of $100s a month. And so some of the things that I do to kind of engage and, get everybody on board with, the path and the things that we want to do is I've got a franchise advisory committee that meets, once a quarter, and we talk about the roadmap and the things that, we want to do and what we need to do to get there and get their buy-in so then they can, help have conversations with other franchisees, to get everybody on the same page and understand the vision and the goal. And we want to be able to scale. We want to be able to, at the turn of a dime, change up how online ordering is to meet a new need or things like that. And we can't do that if we don't have everybody on the same system. It's got to be the infrastructure and the standardization first. If you don't have standardization, you will live in the Wild West. One of the bonuses of being a franchisee and buying into a franchise is that we help standardize that stuff for you and make it as simple as possible so that you can just worry about running your business. So on the Friendly's brand, 80 some odd years we've been around, it went from an ice cream stand to a full service location, right? So you go in and you have that full service dining experience. But, as the generations continue to, increase and we move more into technology and delivery and all the vendors and partners out there, it's not so much a dine in a restaurant thing anymore. And so for us on the Friendly side, as part of what we're doing to innovate and grow the brand is putting it into kind of a quick service model where you can order at the counter, you can order from your table, multiple different pieces there. And so if we want to be able to franchise that out and grow the business that way as our vehicle, somebody might say, yeah, sure, sign me up, but they're going to want to see the data behind it, right? Not just we have this vision and idea and we think it's going to do great. And so being able to, put the cameras and the analytics in place and be able to see the heat map of where the guests are, what my employees are doing so that I can, find efficiencies and areas to improve there, know how long our customers are sitting in the drive-through or where they're walking in the flow of the restaurants. All that kind of stuff is what really is going to make a difference, right? And it gives us those measurable data points. I say all the time, restaurant operators are very emotional and they have a gut feeling and can really do all these things based on just experience and instinct, which is absolutely true. But to have data to back that up and kind of guide you on your path, I think really makes a difference.